Ms. Klim arrived at Prep in 2004 and quickly established herself as an educator who could both challenge and inspire her students to produce art that was both personally meaningful and indicative of great reflection and critical thinking on the part of the student artists. As chair, the arts program has seen exponential growth under her leadership. An accomplished and renowned artist in her own right, as well as a Prep parent of Matthew Hedlund of the class of 2016, I'm pleased to call forward Ms. Megan Klim to deliver the address to our graduates.
Father Bowler, Mr. McGovern, Mr. D'Angelo, colleagues, parents, graduates, friends, and family. First off, I want to savor this moment as I look out at all of you, because you are all in dress code, and all at the same time. Well done. Class of 2018, I am sure you experienced many things here at St. Peter's Prep that were unique and personal to you. But collectively, you also experienced things in your 4 years here. You experienced the beginning of the ID scanner, the new bell sound, classes in the renovated Hogan Hall, the opening of the Perkins Center, the PM and the AM began in your junior year, and you were the first freshman class to use Chromebooks. This year, you lost XY days, but that loss wasn't as epic as the loss in your junior year of the Gotham Big Flat Cookie. As a visual arts teacher, one of the most asked questions in my classes is this good? Now I know there is a group of you that already knows my answer. I always say, what does good mean? The student usually says, you know, good. I don't know what good means for you, I respond. You know, come on, good. I say it depends on what you want to do, what you want to say, what are you going for? Usually, when it gets to this point, a discussion is had, and just through conversation, things start to unfold. But one time, a student wasn't going to have it. He hung in there. He said, you mean to tell me you went to art school? And I said, and graduate school. And you have absolutely no idea if this is good? You can't tell me if this is good by looking at it? Kiddingly, I said, well, we learn nothing valuable in art school. We just make all this stuff up. But he persisted. I don't know if this is any good, he says, and you really need to tell me. If I said, yes, it's good, and walked away, would you be satisfied? He said, yeah. I said, but would you know why? He said, not really. Then I exclaimed, oh wait, I forgot, I have a book on this. A couple of heads popped up in the studio. Another student said, you got a book on what's good? So what exactly are you going to look up? Said the challenging student. You tell me, I said. I think we were back to where we started. Look, I understand he was seeking my help and guidance. I really do. But there is no book. You write the story, and asking someone's opinion can be valuable, but be careful you aren't simply asking only for the answer. My point is, gentlemen, only you can ultimately define what is good to you. You make your choices, you decide how much effort you will put into something, whether it's solving a complex math problem, fixing a car, writing a story, or running a race. It's ultimately your decision in any discipline and task you take on. A few years ago, I decided to focus on the phrase, the devil is in the detail, especially with the freshmen. I believe it was your freshman year. When I asked those of you I taught what you thought it meant, most of you said, something bad in your art? I tried to explain that devilish could be a good thing, like a trick you add to prompt the viewer to look more closely at your art, or well-placed touches of color or design. I said it's like taking something bland or dull and making it spicier to give it a little visual kick. but you were still getting stuck on the word devil and all that comes with it. So I looked up a proper definition. The devil is in the detail is an idiom that refers to a catch or mysterious element hidden in the details, meaning that something might seem simple at a first look, but will take more time and effort than expected. Gentlemen, find your mysterious hidden element that might seem simple at a first look, but embrace that your journey might take more effort and patience than planned. And pay attention to the details, because sometimes the smallest ones contain the most energy. As I thought about what I would say to you, I realized there is a particular group of people who could give you the best advice: former prep graduates. I keep in touch with many of them and decided to ask them for words of wisdom for you. So I opened a conversation with them on Facebook Messenger to hear what they had to say. I named the conversation graduates, and after populating around 25 grads, I must have hit enter by accident because names started to appear saying seen, although I hadn't written a message to them yet. In minutes, many were chatting away, making funny comments to each other, saying hello, and all noting what great company we are all in. Hashtag inner circle. After several comments about what an excellent group I had compiled, still not knowing why, a grad took it upon himself to hijack the name of the conversation from graduates to League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It was a full-blown cyber reunion. I couldn't help but see that this inquiry took on an unexpected twist, that a prep brotherhood was strongly in place from grads up to 10 years out and all in between. After the initial shenanigans died down, I did receive these words of wisdom from them to you. Learn about finances, because you really have to. Don't worry about reinventing the wheel. Find people that know more than you. Always clean the lint trap in your dryer. Learn to do coding, followed by a 5-paragraph private email on why. Give your dreams the freedom to evolve and change, because your dreams at 17 aren't exactly the same at 27. Always throw a party that you yourself would want to attend. Try the things you're uncomfortable with. They are the most rewarding. Always carry a Tide pen. Just do it. Present graduates, I hope you have learned leaving here that there are many ways to solve a problem, that taking shortcuts may give you a more direct route, but not a thorough one, that expecting someone to give you the answers hands over your power and keeps you in the same place. Trust your instincts. You have more answers than you know. And remember, only you can define what's good to and for you. Class of 2018, I hope all the laughs, arguments, debates, and challenges you experienced here at St. Peter's Prep made you better people. And welcome to the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
David, thank you. Charlie Rooney was a member of the prep faculty for 38 years and retired in 1985. He proudly raised 2 sons who are prep graduates in the classes of 67 and 69. Mr. Rooney embodied all that was memorable about a prep teacher. He embodied scholarship, humor, dedication, dependability, and a deep grounding in Ignatian principles. And so it is fitting to honor his memory with an award to the faculty speaker at graduation each year. Ms. Megan Klim, we are proud to present you with the Charlie Rooney Award.